So the episode starts off and Tamara is immediately in our faces, excited as hell, telling us that Tia met a world famous photographer. His name is Varric Dalton, and we find out this isn't somebody that Tia has actually met in person. This is just a man that she's been chatting with over the internet, but he got the girls convinced that it's him. Then they get a message from this man saying he wants to do a free photo shoot with Tia tonight. Tamara sent the man Tia's picture. Tamara was hyped to send the man the picture because she got in her mind like, if Tia got what it takes to be a model, I know I got what it takes to be a model because they look just alike. Fast forward, we're at school and Tia is telling her friends like, hey, y'all remember that dude I told y'all I've been talking to for a few weeks? He's a world famous photographer and he wants to shoot me tonight. And her friends like, okay girl, you might get discovered. You would think that Tamara is the one who has been communicating with this man and got this photo shoot tonight by the way she keep going on and on about what her and Tia gonna be doing when they're famous models. Are they gonna live in New York or Paris? But Tia had to bring her down to earth and was like, yeah girl, of course I want to go tonight, but I think we should run it by our parents first. Tamara doesn't want to do that because she already knowing that they gonna say no, but Tia like, once they find out how important this is to me, how could they say no? We're just gonna explain everything to them. But of course Ray and Lisa not about to let these girls go meet some random dude they met on the internet, so the no was loud and very clear. The girls try pulling everything out of their hats. They tell their parents that they looked Varric up and he's the real deal, but they've never actually seen him. They pull out, when y'all was our age back in the 70s, y'all was doing this and that, but Ray and Lisa tell them like, hey, the internet is around now, so shit is a lot more dangerous out there. So of course Ray and Lisa are not letting up. It was no then and it's no now. They tell the girls bye and they go off to this 70s theme party they was on the way to. That's why they dress like that. Then Tamara proceeds to sit down on the couch and she starts having this whole fantasy about being a kid in the 70s and her parents are telling them yes to everything. And I always find this part so funny because here I am like, damn, I really wish I was a teenager in the 90s. Her ass sitting on the couch wishing she was a teenager in the 70s. Tamara's fantasy empowers her to say like, hey Tia, I don't care what our parents talking about. We about to go meet Varric. But y'all know Tia has always been the more well-behaved daughter, so she like, no, our parents said no, so we're not going. Tia is trying to get Tamara to just drop it, to leave it alone, but then we find out why this seems to be way more important to Tamara than it is to Tia, because Tamara tells Tia like, hey, you're smart, you're going to be going to Harvard one day, you're going to do amazing things with your life, but for me, this might be my last chance at greatness. This might be my last chance to be somebody. That's why Tamara is so adamant about it. But Tia tells Tamara like, I'm sorry, I already messaged him and told him that I can't make it, so you would think this would be the end of it. But does this look like the face of a girl who's about to let go of her dreams? Then things cut over to Varric's place and he's quite literally on his computer pretending to be Spike Lee. So this Negro is not the man he has been telling Tia that he is. But Tamara don't know that, so she then mosey her gullible little ass over there pretending to be Tia. Varric the Freak starts showing Tamara some pictures of other celebrities and models that he obviously just printed out and put in a book and is calling his portfolio. It got Halle Berry, Tyra Banks in it, and Tamara, she's eating it up. She's falling for it. Then Varric is like, before we start to shoot, do you want anything to drink? And she like, some hot cocoa. Then he's like, nah, I was thinking about something stronger than that, girl. He talking about some Hennessy. Get out of there. But Tamara is just a young, naive girl who doesn't understand what she has gotten herself into, and shit is getting scary. Jump back to the house and Roger has showed up because he wants Tamara to go to the movies with him. He and Tia go upstairs to find the room a mess and Tamara gone, but it doesn't take long for them to go over to the computer and find out that Tamara went to meet Varric in Tia's place pretending to be her. So Tia like, Roger, you stay here in case my parents show up. I'm about to go get Tamara and bring her ass home. I'm terrified, but Tamara still don't understand what's going on. She really in here giving this man a photo shoot and he telling her everything she want to hear. You're beautiful, you were made for the camera. He tells her like, I can make you a star, just put yourself in my hands. And Tamara tells this man the craziest thing ever. She says, Varric, I'll do anything you want me to do. And he's like, shit, perfect, that's what I wanted to hear. So he tells her that he's about to put some more film in the camera and that he wants her to change her outfit. And she's like, I didn't bring nothing to change into. He's like, don't worry, I was doing a photo shoot with Naomi Campbell last week and they left this behind. He gives her the outfit and they don't show it to us yet, but by the look on Tamara's face, you already know it's something freaky and nasty. And she tells him like, hey, I wear more than this in the shower. Tamara's like, besides, my daddy would if he knew that I was pulling on something like this. Then Verika's like, well, let's just call your daddy and explain the situation. And that's when Tamara reveals that her daddy doesn't know she's over there. Then Varik starts hitting Tamara with some reverse psychology. He tells her like, hey, I'm doing you a favor. No professional model would give me this big of a problem. And if you want to leave, you can leave. But like I said, this is very important to Tamara. She's feeling like this her last shot. So she's like, okay, I'll do it. While Tamara is putting on that outfit, Tia shows up and she explains to Varik that, hey, my sister came over here pretending to be me. But he's like, sister? What sister? Nobody here but you and me, baby. But luckily, this is when Tamara comes out of that room and she's like, I'm not about to put this on. And we get to see what Varik's real freak nasty ass wanted her to put on. And sir, Tia and Tamara start arguing back and forth about why Tamara came over there pretending to be Tia. And as you can see by the smile on Varik's face, he really feeling like he done caught him a lick. All he can think is like, oh shit, twins. And if you're not afraid now, prepare to be fucking terrified, because this is when he locks them in his house, y'all, and my heart beating fast. I'm scared right now. During the midst of this, Ray and Lisa end up showing up at home and they find Roger on the couch eating up all their food. And instantly they ask him like, where's Tia and Tamara? Luckily, it takes Roger no time to spill the beans. He's like, Tamara went to meet some freak named Varik and Tia went together. Ray and Lisa are like, oh shit, our girls could be in danger. So they get Roger to go upstairs to the computer and show them the address. At this point, I'm damn near shaking, but I gotta keep telling the story. So Varik turns on some music and he's like, oh, let's get this party started, right? And he starts following them around his apartment. And Tia like, you better let us out of here. Our parents gonna be looking for us. But Tamara already told him that her daddy don't know she over there, so he not fazed by that at all. Tia and Tamara then put two and two together, and Tia like, wait, we know you're not Varik Dalton. He's like, I could be anybody. I want to be on the computer. My girls are fighting for their lives now. Tamara picks up a camera and starts flashing it in Varik's face to cause a diversion so they can get out the door. But no, he grabs them by the back of their coats and pulls them right back on in there talking about some, hey, why are y'all trying to get away? I just want a little love. But luckily, this is when Ray and Lisa show up. And Ray has no words for Varik. It's just hands and feet action. And now we're back at the house, and although the girls are safe, Ray and Lisa are still very angry with them. They got Ray so stressed out that he's laid back on the chair with an ice pack on his head. Tamara ends up taking blame, and Tia takes some too, because she's like, I brought him into our lives. I was the one who trusted him. And Lisa like, yeah, you trusted him, and even though he's in jail right now, it's a lot of more people out there in the world just like him. And Ray like, yeah, anybody can have a computer. So they tell them that they don't want them to grow up afraid, but they do need to grow up and be a lot more cautious. Then Ray is like, until y'all learn how to be responsible, here are your new computers, and he hands them some pencils. Then we get that good old sitcom magic. The girls are like, we're never gonna fall for a scam like that again. Then they get a knock on the door, and it's a person saying they're Montel Jordan and their car broke down and they just need to use the phone. But our girls like, please. But it actually is the real Montel Jordan. Tragic.